Tapping in real quick for this UFC fight night in Abu Dhabi. Cory Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. And in this video right here, we just gonna chop it up for a few minutes about these parlays, man. Prelims, main card, whole card, all favorites, swap out options. You already know, man. Let's go ahead and dive into it now. Listen, for me, on the prelims, 3 legs that I really like personally, that I've wrapped up for plus 436 is Azamat, Victoria, and Bedoya. Know what I mean? Azamat, Victoria, and Bedoya, those 3 legs get you plus 436. Now, you want to add Shamil as a 4th leg, those 4 legs will get you plus 627. Swap out Shamil and swap in Dontel, those 4 legs get you plus 1439. Understand what I'm saying to you? That way you secure yourself a 3-leg parlay and a 4-leg parlay, regardless of the outcome of that heavyweight matchup between Shamil and Dontel. You understand what I'm saying to you? In my personal opinion, I like Azamat, Victoria, and Bedoya to come through on the prelims. I like those 3 legs, man. And those 3 legs are plus 436. And with that being said, those 3 legs come through and smack, then one of these 4 legs comes through and smacks. You know what I mean? Toss in Shamil for plus 627, swap him out, toss in Dontel for plus 1439. Secure yourself 3 legs and one of them 4 legs. You know what I mean? That's just me though. If you like these favorites, you know what I mean, on the prelims, and you rocking with the favorites, so you like Azamat, you like Shamil, Fernandez, Guram, Victoria, well, those 5 favorites on the prelims will get you just about 5 times your money. Azamat, Victoria, Shamil, Fernandez, and Guram, those 5 get you plus 458. Now, if you're feeling Dumas against Tallulah, you can toss Dumas in as a 6th leg, and those 6 legs will get you plus 706. That would be Azamat, Victoria, Shamil, Fernandez, Guram, and Dumas for plus 706. If you like Bedoya, like I like Bedoya, and you want to try to clean sweep the prelims, then you can add Bedoya in there as a slight underdog, and that can be your dog play on the prelims. And those 7 will get you plus 1868, 1,868. You know what I mean? Those 7 would be Azamat, Victoria, Shamil, Fernandez, Guram, Dumas, and Bedoya. But if you're not liking Bedoya and you want to rock with all favorites and something telling you Jai's going to get the job done, you can toss Jai in there. And those 7, Azamat, Victoria, Shamil, Fernandez, Guram, Dumas, and Jai, they'll get you plus 1140, 1,140. You know what I mean? But again, Azamat, Victoria, Shamil, Fernandez, and Guram, if you like those 5 favorites on the prelims, those 5 favorites get you just about 5 times your money at plus 458. And if you're feeling Dumas, you can toss him in there for plus 706. If you're not and you're liking Tallulah, you can toss him in there and it'll be a better number. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that one. I do apologize for that. But you could toss him in there and that would be a better number. You know what I mean? But yeah. And like I said, if you like all those favorites and the only dog you like to bark on the prelims is Bedoya, then a clean sweep on the prelims, 7 legs, 1 dog would look like plus 1868 for you. Azamat, Victoria, Shamil, Fernandez, Guram, Dumas, and Bedoya would be plus 1868. No Bedoya, Jai is plus 1140. And if you swapped out Dumas for Tallulah, it's a lot more on the plus side, man. I just forgot to do that, and I do apologize, man. You know what I mean? Haymakers for me on the prelims, personally, my haymaker on the prelim is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Plus 14,029 is the comeback on it. It's Azamat, Fernandez, Dontel, Jordan, Victoria, Bedoya, and Tallulah for plus 14,029. That's Tallulah as a dog, Bedoya as a dog, and Jordan and Dontel, both his dogs, Victoria Azamat, and Fernandez as the favorites. That's my haymaker on the prelims. Oh boy. Azamat, Fernandez, Dontel, Jordan, Victoria, Bedoya, and Tallulah. Wouldn't that be a motherfucking head cracker? Once again, on the prelims at that plus 14,029 if that one comes through. You know what I mean? Yeah. But me personally, I like Azamat, Victoria, and Bedoya to show up and get the job done and secure that bag at plus 436. And then I'm swapping out Shamil for plus 627 and Dontel for plus 1439. So I like a three-legger there to smack, and one of those four-leggers to smack for sure. That's where I'm most heavily invested at as far as the prelims are concerned. I told you what my haymaker is, and I'm not mad at individuals if they on, they want to play the Guram side. Like I said, my play against Guram is more so just a fade on Guram because I'm not high on the young man. But if you fuck with him and you fuck with the other favorites on them prelims, 5 of them will get you just about 5 times your money. Azamat, Victoria, Shamil, Fernandez, and Guram for plus 458. Dumas, if you like them, for plus 706. And I told you how it goes with Bedoya for plus 1868 or Jai for plus 1140. Take what you want from it, dissect it, pick it apart, snatch the legs that you like, put your own little magic together, and by all means, man, you know what I mean? Go get that motherfucking bag. The main card, 3 legs that I like. We're going to talk about them, and then we'll talk about some other ones, man. But 3 legs that I personally like: Umar, Shara, and Davison. So, Umar, Shara, Davison, and Joel Alvarez, those 4 get me plus 341. If I swap out Joel and toss in Elves Brenner, those 4 get plus 553. You know what I mean? I personally feel like Umar, Shara, and Davison are good to go on this main card and are going to go ahead and do what needs to be done to secure the victory. So that's why I'm rocking with them and tossing swap out options. But, we can get into some other individuals, and possibly using Umar and them as swap out options in just a minute. But for me personally, I like Umar, Shara, and Davison. So Umar, Shara, Davison, and Joel gets me plus 341. Umar, Shara, Davison, Elves, when I swap them out, gets me plus 553. And the same to be said for Tony and Michael Chiesa. Umar, Shara, Davison, and Chiesa gets plus 226, while Umar, Shara, Davis, and Tony Ferguson gets plus 1268. You know what I mean? So you can do the Umar, Shara, and Davison with Chiesa for plus 226. Swap out Chiesa, toss in Tony with them same 3, Umar, Shara, and Davison, and get plus 1268. You know what I mean? I like them 3, man. So that's why I'm using the swap out options on them. You feel me? Umar, Shara, Davison, Joel, and McKenzie. That's 5 legs I like. You know what I'm saying? On the main card, Umar Nurmagomedov, the boy Davison, Shara Nurmagomedov, Joel Alvarez, and Mackenzie Dern for plus 676. If you're on the other side of Joel Alvarez and Mackenzie Dern, though, and you like Lupita Godinez to go ahead and show up, and Marlon Chito Vera to go ahead and show up, then you can rock, but you still like Umar, Shara, and Davison. You know what I mean? Umar, Shara, Davison, Joel, and McKenzie get you plus 676. Umar, Shara, Davison, Elves Brenner, and Lupi Godinez, they get you plus 1232. You know what I mean? Umar, Shara, Davison, and Lupi, them 4 get you plus 469. You know what I mean? My haymaker on the main card is Umar, Shara, Davison, Joel, McKenzie, and Tony Ferguson for plus 3,702. You know what I'm saying? But here's another one that I really like as far as the whole card. Matter of fact, before we go to the whole card, main card, if y'all are on the other side of my picks when it comes to Umar Nurmagomedov and not even Umar Nurmagomedov, when it comes to motherfucking who the fuck, I'm losing my shit right now. Davison. When it comes to Davison and when it comes to Mackenzie Dern, if y'all fucking with Loopy and y'all fucking with Marlon Vera, just those two alone on the main card will get you plus 373. You know what I mean? I had to toss that in there. It ain't all about me, man. It ain't all about who I'm fucking with and what picks I like. I understand motherfuckers is on the side of Marlon Chito Vera, just like I understand motherfuckers is on the side of Lupita Godinez. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I'm not mad at it at all, man. You know what I mean? So Marlon and Loopy, just those two legs alone, they get you plus 373. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to have a swap out option, like if you like Marlon and you like Loopy to get the job done on the main card, and you are just a little bit unsure about that main event, we can have Cory and Umar as a swap in, the swap out option for Marlon and Loopy's two-leg parlay. You know what I mean? Add a third leg to that two legs, you know what I mean, and swap them out. So Marlon and Loopy by themselves for plus 373. You add in Cory, those three get you plus 1461. Swap out Cory and add in Umar, those three get you plus 525. You know what I mean? So Marlon and Loopy, two legs, plus 373. If you like them, just toss them two in. You know what I mean? Drop something light on it. And then go ahead and wrap up these 2 3-leggers, man. Marlon, Loopy, and Cory for plus 1461. Marlon, Loopy, and Umar for plus 525. You know what I mean? And then that way you got you a 2-legger and one of these 3-leggers, regardless of the outcome, on the main card, if you're on the side of Marlon and Loopy. You know what I mean? If you like Michael Chiesa and you want to rock with that big favorite in Michael Chiesa, you like Loopy, you like Marlon, and you like Cory Sandhagen, because it's individuals that's on those sides. And if you're, if you're one of those individuals, you can get those 4 individuals on the main card for plus 1726, 1,726. You understand what I'm saying to you? Michael Chiesa, Loopy, Lupita Godinez, Marlon Chito Vera, and Cory Sandhagen. 4 legs for plus 1726. Then you can add in Elves Brenner as a 5th leg for plus 4,174. Swap out Elves Brenner if you're unsure about that fight. Toss in Joe Alvarez, and those 5 will get you plus 2788. So Chiesa, Loopy, Marlon, and Cory get you plus 1726. You add Elvis Brenner, those 5, Chiesa, Loopy, Marlon, and Cory, and Elvis Brenner get you plus 4,174. You swap out Elv and toss in Joe, because you're sure about the other 4 but unsure about this last leg. Then Chiesa, Loopy, Chito, and Cory with Joe get you plus 2788, man. You know what I mean? Now, if you don't want to go crazy, but you feel like a case can be made for each one of these underdogs on the main card, more so for some than the others, then in my personal opinion, you can take 3 legs, Marlon Chito Vera, Lupita Godinez, and Elvis Brenner. And those 3 legs right there will get you plus 1,007. You know what I mean? It'll get you plus 1,007, man. Marlon Chito Vera, Lupita Godinez, and Elvis Brenner will get you plus 1,007, man. If you feeling any of them. You know what I mean? Now, back to what I was getting ready to say about the one that I really like for the whole card, man. You know what I mean? We got a 5-legger, man. It's 2 5-leggers because it's a swap out option for the 5th leg. You understand what I'm saying to you? I feel like this shit right here is locked, loaded, and ready to fucking go. to the window and be cashed for anybody who puts it in. You understand what I'm saying to you? But again, that's just me, and that's just my personal opinion, man. But this is by far, I believe, my favorite parlay I put in for the whole card. You know what I'm saying? Umar Nurmagomedov, Azamat Victoria, Rolando, and Davison for plus 1,003, or Umar, Azamat, Victoria, Rolando, swap out Davison, toss in Marlon for plus 1,424. In my personal opinion, one of those 5 legs is going to smack, man. One of them things is... There's a night that Marlon Chito Vera squeaks by with a decision via split over Davison, even though I don't see it and it's not in my vision. There's a night where it obviously happens, man. You have to give Chito his respect. I believe Umar wins that fight. Azamat wins that fight. Victoria wins that fight. Rolando wins that fight. And if I have to be stuck anywhere on any one of my picks, on, you know, this motherfucker could really bite me in my motherfucking ass, I guess it'll be this one. It's going to be this one. It's going to be Davis. For me, I don't give a fuck what anybody else think about my picks or what they think I might be doing. For me, how I feel, it's this one, man. I'm going to give Chito his respect, and we're going to use him as a swap-out option. I believe those other 4 legs are solid. So it's just about the 5th leg, and if we're going both ways, securing the back door, then one of these 5-leg parlays smacks. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that's just that with that, as far as I'm concerned, man. It's money in the fucking bag, man. Umar, Azamat, Victoria, Rolando, and Davison for plus 1,003. Or Umar, Azamat, Victoria, Rolando, swap out Davison and toss in Marlon for plus 1,424. But either way, I feel like that motherfucker right there smacks, man. That's just me. Listen, if you like some of these favorites, most of these favorites, and you want to use Cory and Umar as a swap out option again because you're unsure and you want to give Cory his, you know, due respect, you know what I mean? I can completely understand this shit. Shara, Shamil, Azamat, Guram, and Fernandez. If all y'all like Shara, Shamil, Azamat, Guram, and Fernandez, then those 5 favorites get you just about 4 times your money at plus 394. So Shara, Shamil, Azamat, Guram, and Fernandez will get you plus 394. Then you can add in Umar as your last leg for plus 554. That's 6 legs for just about 6 times your money, which sounds too good to me. Or swap out Umar, toss in Cory, and that'd be 6 legs for plus 1,532. Shamil, listen, Shara, Shamil, Azamat, Guram, and Fernandez, man. You're getting 4 times your money for them 5 individuals. Those 5 favorites, and some of them, most of them are sizable favorites. They're still going to bring you back about 4 times your money at plus 394. So Shara, Shamil, Azamat, Guram, and Fernandez. Then you toss in Umar as your 6th leg for just about 6 times your money at plus 554. Then you toss in another one with the same 5. Shara, Shamil, Azamat, Guram, Fernandez, and Cory Sandhagen is your 6th leg for plus 1,532, almost 16 times your money for the 6-legger. Umar gets you almost 6 times your money. Cory gets you almost 16 times your money. Either way you look at it, those 5 legs get you just about 5 times your money in Shara, Shamil, Azamat, Guram, and Fernandez. And if you're on the favorites, then that should be good money for you, man. You know what I mean? Umar, Shara, Marlon, Loopy. If you're looking for a haymaker, but you on the other side of some of my picks, Umar, Shara, Marlon, Loopy. I tossed in dogs I felt like, you know, definitely could bark on this one. You know what I mean? Umar, Shara, Marlon, Loopy, Elves, and Azamat. Those 6, Umar, Shara, Marlon, Loopy, Elves, and Azamat, get you plus 2,056. So those 6 get you plus 2056. That's Umar, Shara, Marlon, Loopy, Elves, and Azamat. That's 3 on each side if I'm not mistaken. 3 favorites and 3 dogs. You want to toss in Shamil because you feeling him? For that 7th leg, it'll get you plus 2826. That'll be Umar, Shara, Marlon, Loopy, Elves, Azamat for plus 2056. Add in Shamil for plus 2826. If you feeling Guram and you want to get spicy, toss him in as your 8th leg for plus 4187. That'll be Umar, Shara, Marlon, Loopy, Alves, Azamat for plus 2056. Shamil put you at plus 2826. And then 8 legs with Guram put you at plus 4187. And if you really feeling froggy, jump out there with Fernandez for your 9th leg at plus 5378. That's Umar, Shara, Marlon, Loopy, Alves, Azamat, Shamil, Guram, and Fernandez for plus 5378. And if you want to have a motherfucking another dog play in there to go ahead and bark real quick and boost your shit, toss Bedoya in that bitch, man. Know what I mean? Umar, Shara, Marlon, Loopy, Alves, Azamat, Shamil, Guram, Fernandez, and Bedoya for plus 12,286. Huh? Hey, man. Wilder shit has happened. Know what I'm talking about? I've had the motherfucking prelims smack, main card smack, whole card smack, haymakers smack. You know, this shit happens, man. It's all about proper positioning, man. And that's the only, that's the whole reasoning behind this shit. Hopefully we find proper positioning, you know, throughout these motherfucking videos, throughout the motherfucking week, man. You know, and if there's individuals that you don't like, you do your own swapping. You know what I mean? Dissect my shit and pick it apart and take what works for you and go get that motherfucking bag, man. You know what I mean? If you want to keep that main event just smooth out the picture, throw a haymaker in that has a mixture, favorites and dogs that can get it done. Shara, Shamil, Fernandez, Azamat, Guram, Victoria, Bedoya, Brenner, Godinez, Vera. Know what I mean? Those 10 legs will get you plus 18,868 on a haymaker. You know what I'm talking about? That's Shara, Shamil, Fernandez, Azamat, Guram, Victoria, Bedoya, Elves Brenner, Loopy Godinez, and Marlon Chito Vera. 10 legs. Haymakers. Plus 18,868, man. Know what I'm talking about? Boy, oh boy. But yeah, man. Run with it, run from it. Do what y'all want with it. Completely up to y'all, man. Hopefully it's some type of benefit coming from this shit for y'all. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, if you don't want to stress yourself out, but you are on the other side of some of my picks, and you don't want to try to stretch it out, and you don't like doing the long legs, man, if you're on Marlon and you're on Loopy, if you're on Marlon Chito Vera and Loopy Godinez to get the job done as slight underdogs, those 2 individuals by themselves wrapped together will get you plus 373. That's keeping it light, man. It's 2 legs for you. And if you're on that side, then that should look like good money to you. Plus 373 for them 2. And then swap in Cory for plus 1461. Swap Cory out, toss in Umar for plus 525. Man, shit, you're hitting for just about 4 times your money on the 2-legger. If the 1 3-legger hits, you're hitting for just about 15 times your money. The other one hits, you're hitting for a little bit over 5 times your money. So you're securing just about 10 times your bag, regardless, between the doozy and the three-piece. Know what I mean? Because the deuce is getting you 4 times your money. And then the motherfucking three-legger with Umar is getting you a little bit over 5 times your money. So together, that's just about 10 times your paper. You know what I mean? And then if Cory wins that motherfucker, boy, that's just about 15 times your paper on that bitch. On top of it, just about 4 times your money from that motherfucker right there. Like, you up, man. You know what I mean? If you on the side of those individuals. And like I said, man, you know, if you really like them and you just trying to make a couple, you know, couple more legs stretch, if you like Michael Chiesa, but you parlay him up, then those 2 dogs. And if you're on the side of Cory, those numbers definitely come together, man. You know what I mean? Michael Chiesa, Lupi Godinez, Marlon Vera, and Cory Sandhagen is plus 1726 by themselves. Add in Elvis Brenner for plus 4174. Swap him out and add in Jones for plus 2788. I mean, if you're on the side of those individuals, those numbers should look good for you, man. You know what I mean? They should look real good for you. Like I said, I'm personally on the side of Umar, Shara, and Davison being the ones to get it done. So I like those 3 legs, and then I use my swap out options off of those 3 legs, man. Maybe you're just, you know, you're on other sides, and I haven't mentioned them. For that, I apologize, man. But you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Handle that business, work that magic, dissect this shit, and you know, put your own shit together and run to the window with it. Or bust open that app and, you know what I mean? Get them fingers to tapping. But, yeah, man. Prelims, I'm high on these 3 legs, man. Which means I'm very high on these 4 legs as well because they're swap out options for the 4th leg. Which means regardless of the outcome, one of them hits. Azamat, in my personal opinion, wins this matchup 10 times out of 10. If this is scheduled 10 times, he knocks old boy out about 6 and takes him to the cards maybe 4 times. Maybe Alonzo Meadowfield survives the pressure, you know, 4 out of 10 times to take it to a decision. But Azamat wins that decision all 4 times, in my personal opinion, based off the better work, the harder shots, the pressure, the cage control, and everything in between, man. Victoria Dudikova, with all due respect to Sam Hughes, who's very tough, who's solid, well-rounded, you know what I mean, durable. But all of those things will be tested in this matchup. Victoria may find a finish inside the distance. With that being said, if she doesn't, it's Victoria by unanimous decision, man. And I could see a clean sweep 30-27, you know, type of read-off. But that's just me, man. I don't think she loses this fight 10 out of 10 times. Bedoya against Jai Hubert, I'm just not high on Jai Hubert, you know what I'm saying? And I think Bedoya puts him under. I think he disconnects him from his consciousness. If he, you know, shows up half the way he did against Chaos Williams, lands even a fraction of what he landed on Chaos Williams, I personally believe that Jai Hubert is going to go under. And that's just going to be that with that. Close the fucking curtains, it's a wrap. You understand what I'm saying to you? Not high on the guy anyway, and, you know, he's not necessarily the most durable individual, you know, throughout his career, in my personal opinion. And the bombs that Bedoya is going to hit him with, and the volume that he's going to overwhelm him with, in my personal opinion. He knocks this man out, you know, more times than he doesn't. Takes it to the cards a couple times, fucking probably gets a club and sub situation 1 or twice in his own right, man. So I like Azamat, Victoria, and Bedoya, and those 3 get me plus 436, man. And I'm good with that because then I add in Shamil for plus 627, take Shamil out, add in Dontel for plus 1439, which in my personal opinion, you know, could very well be the one that cashes. I told Dontel's no chump, man. He is nobody's chump stop. He is very solid, very well-rounded, very strong, very physically imposing, very powerful, and a very, very, very big motherfucker at 6'6". He absolutely fills out every fucking bit of it. You understand what I'm saying to you? And he's just solid, man. He's well-rounded, you know. He can move for a heavyweight. You understand what I'm saying to you? And he's usually the one applying the pressure. And if individuals attempt to get into those pressure situations or grappling, wrestling situations, trying to press somebody up against the cage situations, and from what I've seen, he's usually the one that wins those exchanges. He'll reverse those positions, apply his own pressure. You understand what I'm saying to you? Secure his own takedowns within his own right and get to implement his own game. So I like those 3 legs, and for that reason, I absolutely love the 4-leg parlay swap out option, because I believe the 3 leg smacks as well as one of the 4 legs. You know what I mean? That's just me though, and the same can be said for the 5-legger, where the 5th leg is the swap out option. I'm really fucking high on that one. That's Umar Nurmagomedov, Azamat, Victoria, Bedoya, and Davison for the 5th leg at plus 1,003. Swap out Davison, add Marlon Vera for the 5th leg at plus 1,424, man. Know what I mean? I'm high on those 4 legs right there. Umar, Azamat, Victoria, Rolando. I believe they all win their fights 10 times out of 10, in my personal opinion, man. Davison figure, I'm not going to go ahead and say that shit wrong again. I've been checked already. Marlon Chito Vera, you understand what I'm saying to you? I be spelling this motherfucking name wrong, but saying this shit wrong. So we just going to leave that shit the fuck alone. I don't even be knowing if I be saying old boy first name right. You know what I mean? D-boy versus Chito. That's how the fuck we going to move forward, man. You know what I mean? But I like them 5 legs, man. I like them 5 legs. With the 5th leg being a swap out option. I like them 4. So with that being said, I like those 4 legs too. I didn't do the numbers on them right there, but whatever they are, you can lock them in just to, you know, have extra tickets in your pocket. Because that's really what it's all about, man. Them 3 legs smack. So the 4 legs is going to smack with the swap out option. You know what I mean? You could really, you know, just go put 2 4 legs swap out option joints in if you wanted to. But I'm a fucking degenerate, and the more tickets I have in my pocket and the more tickets I can go cash, man, the happier I fucking am, for whatever fucked up reason. You know what I'm saying? So them 3 legs, wrap them up, lock them up, go put them the fuck in, man. You know what I mean? And the 4th leg swap out options, go lock them up, put them the fuck in. This 5-legger, go lock these 4 legs up, put them the fuck in, and go lock these swap out options for the 5th leg in and put them the fuck in, man. And everything else, man, you know, take from it what you will. I'm going to tap back in a little bit later on with my last little bit of parlay options. And that'll be that with that, man. But I am really high myself, you know, where I'm most invested at, personally, is in Azamat, Victoria, and Bedoya at plus 436, that 3-legger, and then the 2 4-leggers, Azamat, Victoria, Bedoya, and Shamil at plus 627, Azamat, Victoria, Bedoya, and Dontel at plus 1439. Then over here for Umar, Azamat, Victoria, Rolando, and Davison for plus 1,003. Umar, Azamat, Victoria, Rolando, and Marlon for plus 1424. I'm really high on them. You understand what I'm saying to you? And what I'm not mad at all, to be honest with you, what I'm not mad at all is, and have action on myself, you know what I mean? Sprinkled on myself, is Marlon and Loopy. Wrapped together at plus 373. Just 2 legs that could very well come through and get the job done. Hence the money lines. They're not big dogs, you know what I mean? But Marlon and Loopy at plus 373, not mad at it. I got action on it. You know what I'm talking about? And then Marlon, Loopy, and Cory at plus 1461. Marlon, Loopy, and Umar at plus 525. Not mad at none of that shit. One more thing I got to sprinkle on, Marlon, Loopy, and Elves, man. I guess maybe there's something I'm not seeing. I personally don't see it. But maybe there's a night out there where Elves Brenner beats Joe Alvarez by decision. I do not see a night where he finishes this young man. If there's a finish, trust me when I tell you it's coming from Joe Alvarez, man. You know what I'm saying? Do not look at this young man's record and look at this knockout loss and think, oh, well, Elves Brenner is going to knock him out. Listen, Arman Sarukian took him down because Joe Alvarez welcomed the takedown because he has a very active guard. But before he was at, we know how Arman Sarukian will work from inside your guard very much like a Tito Ortiz or a Mark the Hammer Coleman. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's comfortable there, and he can cause heavy damage from there. He's heavy from there. And he sliced Joe Alvarez open with an elbow. You know, referee stop, doctor look, doctor stoppage. You know what I mean? KO, TKO victory for Arman Sarukian. But listen, don't let that shit steer you the wrong way and think Elvis Brenner's just gonna come in here and knock a Joe Alvarez the fuck out like Joe Alvarez is a chinny motherfucker or something, man. You better go look at this respectable resume that this young man has. I told you he's a far more dangerous version of a Julian Erosa. Cleaner on the feet, bit cleaner everywhere in my personal opinion. You understand what I'm saying, Sue? And look at the body frame. He uses it to his advantage, them long limbs, you know what I mean? But I'm getting off topic, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a night where Elvis Brenner gets the job done, so I will, the same way I sprinkled Marlon and Loopy, you know what I mean? And I sprinkled the Marlon, Loopy, Umar with the swap out of Marlon, Loopy, and Cory. I sprinkled Marlon, Loopy, and Elvis at plus 1,007. You know what I mean? Because you can't be mad at Marlon and Loopy wrapped together at plus 373. In my personal opinion, you can't be mad at Marlon, Loopy, and Elves wrapped together just 3 legs for plus 1,007. 2 legs for plus 373, 3 legs for plus 1,007. Granted, they're all slight dogs. That's why we're getting the number that we're getting. But I'm not mad at them, and they're worth a sprinkle, man. Although I am on the other side of those individuals, they are worth a sprinkle, man. And even though I don't see a night where Cory wins the fight just because I'm a degenerate, man, there's a sprinkle on the, you know, Marlon, Loopy, and Cory for plus 1461, and Marlon, Loopy, and Umar for plus 525, man. I'm not mad at none of that shit, man. Not mad at it at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And again, you know, so nobody has to flash back just, you know what I mean, like, let me go back to this one or that, whatever the case may be, man. If you was fucking with them 5 favorites on the motherfucking, on the prelims, then you can take them 5 favorites for just about 5 times your money, and they were Azamat, Victoria, Shamil, Fernandez, and Guram for plus 458. You're tossing Dumas, they got you plus 706, and Bedoya on top of that for a 7th leg got you plus 1868. Swap out Bedoya for Jai, and you got plus 1140. But if you just want to rock with those 5, it's Azamat, Victoria, Shamil, Fernandez, and Guram for just about 5 times your money at plus 458, man. Listen, it is what it is. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Hopefully, some of this shit was to some type of benefit to somebody out there, man. Whether it was or not, I'll be tapping in a little bit later with the rest of my parlay options, and that'll be that with that, man. Good luck to everybody out there. Like I said, if you don't necessarily like everything, dissect and take away from it what you will, and go work your own magic. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all for tapping in.